we are here to do the Alien franchise. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I've been anticipating this franchise review, ranking, discussion since December, essentially, since we did the Predator stuff. Because Alien is my franchise. Without a doubt, excluding a couple of films that we'll talk about. Every other film, with the exception of the two is basically an A+ for me. That's kind of biased, but I love Alien. I love the video games. I love the books and the comics.
Who's a bigger fan though, you or Mum, with Alien?
Probably me actually, because Alien is it's like a dessert that you can just never get enough of. You just go, I'll just eat any of it in. But yeah, so I'm basically going to start with the worst movie in the list. You're only going to do two, are you? Because
I only like
Ian not a big,
first two.
Big fan of the franchise, whereas I am. But there's been some crap films, and the worst film is still Alien vs Predator 2. For all the reasons that I said in the Predator movie, or the Predator reviews, it's boring. This movie is boring. You can't see anything. None of the characters are interesting. The dialogue is horrendous. The kills are uninspiring. The Pred Alien is useless, assuming you can actually see what's going on in the goddamn fight. And I didn't even like the Predator in this one.
No.
What was his name? Wolf or something? Or I'll Google it later and basically I'll put it in the description box. But the Predator in this movie, that was my response to this. It was just me going, yeah, okay. Is it finished yet? Yeah, no, this movie's just garbage. So moving on to number 7.
Watched it now?
Well, I've watched it twice.
Oh,
no, 3 times.
I've only watched it once, so
that's
enough for me.
Once is absolutely enough. And number 7 is AVP. I'm sorry, but the Alien vs Predator movies are just boring. The only reason I think this is a bit better is because it's got Lance Henriksen in it and the Alien Queen. That's the only reason this is better. If you want Alien vs Predator content, go for the video games.
No.
Because these movies, my response. But moving on to number 6, which is my least favourite Alien solo movie, and that's Alien 3. Oh my god, where to begin with Alien 3? Okay, first of all, this movie's not bad. It's not a bad made movie. To be fair, on, technical level, this movie is pretty good. It's, well shot, it's atmospheric, and it's like the first one, but with really shitty characters. That's one of the negatives that I've got for this movie, the characters. But why would you undo the victory of Alien 2, a superior made movie, and when the director says that the movie's god-awful?
Yeah.
The movie's god-awful. Aside from that, Ripley, it's just unlikable in this movie. I don't know if it's just me. Did you like Ripley in this movie?
No. I feel like her character got worse during the movies.
Yeah.
She started off really good,
and then suddenly we got to Alien 3 and we were like, is that even the same person? And like I said, I can't remember any of the characters' names. I genuinely can't. There's the warden, there's his assistant, and there's cannon fodder A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and that guy, Charles Dance.
Yeah.
From, what else was he in? He was in Game of Thrones, Underworld, he's been in numerous things. And then they pretty much just waste his character anyway. So, you're rooting for nobody. The alien design is horrible. The director's cut is, it's watchable, if you skip the first 10 minutes. But this movie's just I hate it. I hate what they've done to the characters of Alien 2.
Yeah, I hate what they did to... Was it at the very beginning they killed off Newt and...
Yeah, that's what I said. They pretty much were like, oh, you enjoyed that movie? Well, guess what? It ain't going to matter here because we're just doing our own wild thing.
The disrespect.
And it was the way they killed them off, what was it, Newt drowned or something, and then Hicks got, stabbed in the eye.
Yeah.
And somehow there was an alien on board, or a facehugger on board, or something they were trying to excuse away. And Bishop was like, yes, there was an alien on board. And they hugged Bishop in for, a minute. He gets, thrown up, and then the pure guys are turning out to be rapists. They tried to rape, Ripley. It's like...
What happened to the car? You see the car?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Jonesy. But yeah, Alien 3. That's my response.
Yeah.
Number 5 is another bad movie that I really despise. It's probably worse than Alien 3. and it's Alien Resurrection. Oh my god, this movie. What can I even say about this movie?
I'm surprised you like read that one over the
What, Alien
third
3?
one. Yeah.
Well, at least this has Ron Perlman in it, and he's entertaining. That's probably one of the the silver linings of this movie. There's what else is that I like about this movie? Oh, the setting. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Brad Dourif's in it, so some horror alumni. But yeah, what is this movie? Honestly, like, I can't even express words of how bad this movie is. First of all, the aliens look like dog shit. Like the CGI on them and the effects, like on some of the aliens, it's like, what is that? And then of course the infamous thing that everyone takes away from this movie, the human baby hybrid, whatever the fuck idea they were going for with that was entirely horrendous. None of the characters, with the exception of Ron Perlman's character, is likable. Even Ripley.
Yeah.
Or Ripley is, now this person, you're just like, I don't really care. I don't give a shit about any of them. Like, I don't care if this person dies, that person lives. I don't care. And it's so goofy. Like, there's a scene in it that basically this character, one of the army guys, I think it's like the general or whatever he is, he gets whacked in the back of the head by an alien mouth, and then he's like, ugh. It's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, when
That was literally what he. I kid you not. Like, I'll even put it in the video of the scene where he's just like,
when you just die immediately.
Exactly. Like, he gets shot like right in the back of the skull, and then he's like,
what's this?
yeah, oh, it's my brain. It's like, just why? This movie is so.
Like that. Has it got a name? The baby. That's meant to be like Ripley.
Baby hybrid, ugly looking thing.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a skull or something. Yeah, did you hear if you listen closely?
Yeah, it says mama.
Yeah, when it's
or mother
getting,
or something.
Sucked out. I was like, ew.
Do you know they made a game of the PS1 that was just as bad as this movie? Like, it's not bad per se, but like, because it's a PS1, it's a product of its time, and basically that went through so many like production problems, and it didn't get released until 2000, and this movie came out 1987, so it was like 3 years after the film, and then the game came out. I tried to play the game a while back, and I just could not get into it. I was like, this is just as dull as the movie, so what's the point in liking anything about
It's
this?
crazy that it's like even worse than the movie. You didn't think like it could get any worse.
Oh no, I mean, if I had to experience one of it again, I would go for the game. The movie, no. But moving on to number 4, and from basically here on up, I like all these movies, like, really like them. But number 4, I'm going with Alien Covenant. Alien Covenant was actually a surprise, and I think the biggest thing that I can credit this movie for is story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can have bad characters, bad writing, like bad dialogue, essentially. You can have bad scenes and really horrible action. But if you have a great story, then that's all you need to sign me on board. If it involves aliens and a good story, I'm sold. What do you think of it?
Yeah, because you don't mind like slow burn.
Oh no, I can watch.
Yeah.
It could be 4 or 5 hours long, and it is, if it's got like something that I can be invested in, or I can like analyse, I can sit down and be like, damn, that's good. Don't like any of the characters. Don't like any of the dialogue. Some shots here look pretty nice, some look a bit dull. But you know what? This story is really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I can say about Alien Covenant. It's got a good story. Yeah, there's some shoddy like CGI again. The alien, the xenomorphs don't look the best. But then you've got to remember it's a sequel to Prometheus, and they kind of explore the creation and a lot of faith ideas and themes that go along with that. But I kind of like that. Like questions. Well, I never asked, but I kind of like what they're giving us. In terms of lore and exploration and ideas. Which is why, like I said, I like this movie. But Michael Fassbender is amazing. he is absolutely the standout. The rest of the characters, fine, decent enough. There's some good kills in here, but he was the standout, and he was the standout for the next film that I'm going to talk about. Which number 3 is, of course, Prometheus. Again, Michael Fassbender. Give him an Oscar just for these two roles. Because he actually nailed them as like David, and I think the other android he plays is Walton. But honestly, it's so good, and they go well. It's just watching Prometheus and then straight to Covenant. Because when I watched them, I was like, that was good. That was a really good film. After watching, like Alien 3 and 4, I was like, oh god, I need to rewatch Prometheus and Covenant. And I watched them. I was like, yeah, no, I'm on board. And I don't know if they're doing a sequel to Alien Covenant.
Is there not a new one?
Yeah, I will talk about that at the end after I've done.
Yeah.
Basically, I want to talk about games as well. That is basically the story that they're going for, the arc, is what I like about Prometheus and Covenant. You've only seen them, once and twice. You don't remember much about them, do you?
No.
I did try and get Ira to rewatch them, but that's like, I don't know, Pool and Lake.
That's like me watching like Jaws 3 and 4 again. I'm not doing.
I will get you. I'll get you to rewatch Prometheus and Covenant. You will enjoy them. But of course, now we're on to the top two, basically the gold crowns of Alien, and this is where we differ in our ranking, because my number 2 is Aliens. Because now Aliens is probably the more exciting film. It's got more action. You got the Colonial Marines, more badass, it's bigger, better. Basically, the Terminator 2 to Terminator. That's what Aliens is to Alien. So it basically takes everything that was good about the first movie, but ups it to 11. However, for me, it loses that horror experience. Whereas the first one, you're claustrophobic, you're in a small environment, and you're on like a space station, or a spaceship, and you got like these little vents where the alien could be. And there's the second one, you're on like LV's Hope, and then you got all these fucking smart guns and everything, and pulse rifles.
Also, isn't there
it's like
more people in the second one?
Yeah, I kind of like the smaller cast as well about the first one, but the second one, although all the characters are great.
Yeah.
Like, you can even mention like Apollo, like he's amazing. Vasquez, I really do enjoy Vasquez. She's probably my second favourite, and of course the legendary Hicks. That's probably the top 3 Marines. I like Drake and everything as well, but I know a lot of people like Hudson. But to me,
he's funny.
Hudson's just so goofy.
He's like a comedic relief.
Yeah, I'd probably put him as number 4. Like the Marines.
That was the guy in Predators, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was in Predators,
Predators,
Alien. He was in Terminator. He was in like pretty much a lot of those.
He likes being in
a lot of those movies. Yeah, although he was in Terminator 1.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, like Newt's phenomenal. Like Newt's one of the best additions about like Aliens, and of course you cannot like mention Aliens without talking about the practical effects. The effects, and there's one specific scene that solidifies Aliens to me, and it's the scene where they're in the armory and they've got the sentry guns and they're talking about the aliens trying to get in through the doors, and they're like, oh, and there goes Sentry A and Sentry B and CD, and they're just mowing down, and you see the scenes with the sentry guns just going do, and the aliens getting blown to pieces.
Oh yeah, that was
to me that's peak Alien. That's phenomenal. And the other scene I like is the bad guy, what's his name, Burke. He opens the door, he just turns around and the alien's like, hello.
Do you not feel that's like unsatisfying though, because
his character getting
we all hated him.
Off-screen death.
We all hated him, right? So we're like, okay, he needs to get. And when he finally is a way to get killed, they cut away.
Yeah, that was.
Get to see him. I mean, I know there's that whole like we know what kind of happens to him, but I want to see it.
I know you want him to be them like get that guy, get a face hugger on him and rip his head off or something. Oh no, they just give us a cheap kill.
Yeah.
But the Alien Queen. This is how you do an Alien Queen.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to saw.
Much better than Alien versus Predator. This is how we do it. Oh, and she was also in Alien 4. Forgot to mention she was in it for like 3 seconds.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Aliens. Queen. Badass. Especially when the elevator comes down.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, nice.
She's
the
like,
elevator
"Well,
is
that's
down. I'm
mine."
coming back. It's the scene where Ripley's got the flamethrower. And she's just burning it.
Yeah.
And
Well, did she? Because she was obviously threatening to.
Yeah, she's like, back off.
She was like, but then didn't she do it because one of the eggs was open and she was like, oh, she's
like,
tripping.
nah,
Like,
screw that.
Yep.
I'm gonna burn this bitch up. And I got a smart gun though. Oh my god. Smart gun is one of the best weapons in the Alien franchise. For sure. I know calling out Thomas here, but Thomas was complaining about that it's no exciting. But hello, smart gun. And pulse rifle. Listening to that pulse rifle over and over. It's music to my ears. I should just go to sleep with that, just like listen to the pulse rifle.
No.
It's amazing. But anyway, what's your number 2? Your number 2 is...
It depends. I like both of them the same, to be fair.
Oh, okay, so it's my ranking then.
Yeah, because... well, obviously, number 1's like the classic. You know, I just love the fact that it introduces you to the world. That, you know, through the movie, it starts off really slow. It shows you, like, the whole ship empty. You know, it's just letting you explore the place. And then it shows you, like, the crew members. It's like you said, it's a lot more horror in the second one.
So I prefer it.
I think I prefer, like, more characters in the second one.
Yeah. But of course, my number 1, Gold Crown, Alien. Not only is it in my top 10 favourite horror movies of all time, it's one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time, it's one of the greatest horror movies of all time, and it's got one of the best, if not the best, final girls in any movie. Hands down. I know people are going to say like Sarah Connor, and Sarah Connor is probably tied actually. I'd probably tie them both together. I couldn't probably solidify
I think most people say Ripley.
But Ripley, so bad, especially in like first one where she's kicking ass, especially towards the third act. You know when she means business when she gets her hair in like a pure ponytail. She's like, that's it. It's game time.
She was the only smart one in that movie.
Yeah.
Like
I did like the characters though. I'd probably have to say, although he's stupid, or acts a bit stupid, especially when he's in events, I did like Dallas.
I didn't. Like, he was alright until he let Ash do what he was wanting, you know.
Yeah, he was like, Ash is in charge of the medical stuff, it ain't my business anymore, I don't care.
That's when you know you're a bad captain, when you do stuff like that.
But I got a shout out to Parker.
Aye, Parker.
Parker was cool. And so was Brett. Brett and Parker were like the duo.
He was a bit of an idiot though.
Just the way when he was like bathing and he was in the water, he was like, yeah, that's great.
Where was that water coming from? Do you know?
I think it was like one of the leaked pipes up the top of the alien was like damaged, I think.
A lot of people were like, where's it coming from?
Yeah, I think it was just one of the pipes up the and he was like, this is amazing. And the alien was just chilling like, no, you know what, I'm going to kill this guy.
Yeah. No, I liked Parker because he actually saved, what's her name again?
Lambert.
Lambert, yeah. I just love the fact that he was trying to buy her some time, but
I'm pretty sure she was the navigator.
But she annoyed me because I know she was scared, but like, you gotta move.
Yeah.
Like he
Parker, I can understand that.
Parker sacrificed himself, and she's just like,
I know, that's what you and like Thomas were on about. You're just like, he just stood there and just run. And I was like, well, I can't really justify, anything about that
because like they were all scared, and they all had a moment where they're like, oh, but then you're supposed to like just get into action and run. But she was like, oh. She just stood there while it crept up to her.
Yeah.
I was like,
but that's pretty much my ranking of the entire movies. Basically, I love Aliens. At least first two, Prometheus and Covenant. I can sort of, if I'd be in the right mindset, I can probably watch 3 and 4 at a push. I'd have to be really drunk, like really, really drunk, to watch them again. But that's not to say that they're terrible movies. The only one I'd probably consider terrible would be the Alien vs Predator 2 movie. Even I can watch Alien vs Predator. because at least it's got some entertainment out of it.
No, I only like the first
Can't even watch AVP2. You have to like go, what's that on the screen? Can't even see
No,
if it's fighting.
you hated the fact that it was human working with the...
That was AVP. Yeah, I didn't like that.
you-
Predators work alone, they're solo. I'm sorry, they don't team up with anyone. Even if it be like to kick a Queen's ass and just... No. But yeah, I wanted to also mention about, when you guys mentioned, I think it was actually a random person that mentioned this, the new Alien movie that's coming out by Disney. How do you feel about that? Because I know my thoughts on it. My thoughts are, why? Why does Disney need to keep producing all like content? I mean, look what they've done with Star Wars. Yeah, and look at all their their Disney movies that they're releasing nowadays. It's kind of like, and from what I'm hearing, Indiana Jones was even a bit. You know, people.
I don't know why they were making another Indiana Jones. Isn't it like enough?
I think there's 4 of them. Yeah, so
I
it's
guess
not too
they're
bad.
just
The
trying to
last
wrap
one was a
stuff
bit, a bit on the dull side. Just like, oh.
I bet he's glad to be back, and he's like, oh, here we go again for Star Wars.
Yeah.
And all this.
Back to Indiana Jones. Let's go. But no, I don't know. I'll probably rewatch it. Like, rewatch it? It's not even out yet. Watch it, but I don't know. I don't know why Disney would be doing it. Of all people, it's gonna be like PG-13 or something.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like the very first Aliens didn't really have that much gore. Like it only had, I think the only goriest scene was Kane.
True, but
Other ones
Disney
were
is not
killed
going to
off
be
and-
able to release like Ridley Scott's masterpiece. They're not even going to touch that level. They're probably not even going to touch Aliens. It's going to be like pure Alien 3 more like. Where they're just like, yeah, some scenes are pretty good. I don't know, it'll probably be good actually. It'll probably be like one of the best from, like, and it's coming from Disney. So.
Disney's a hit or miss there.
Yeah. I'm anticipating it, but I'm also worried and kind of weary about it. This is tough to see. But yeah, I also wanted to mention Alien Trilogy. Before, I wrap up the Alien talk. Alien Trilogy. Holy shit. That game was a masterpiece. You probably didn't play it. It was way before your time anyway, but some of you guys will probably have played it. I know, Full played it. Obviously, Bobby played it. Alien Trilogy was basically game version of Alien 1, 2 and 3. But that Doom, that old classic Doom where you only really see your gun. You're only able to walk like that. But no, it was scary. Even because it was PS1, it was still scary. And I just had to mention that because that game is phenomenal. So is Alien Isolation, but that's a newer game. Most
is
people
that up
probably.
there in one of your favourite horror game franchises?
Well, Alien, wow.
Because you like
some of the
you
Alien
like Resident
games.
Evil and all that.
Oh, I love Resident Evil. Oh, when we get to talk about that, I'll be another franchise worth mentioning. But Alien Trilogy and Alien Isolation. Maybe Alien vs Predator, the first one. Second one was okay as well. I'm trying to think of the other Alien games that I did like. No, that's pretty much about it. Because I haven't played Dark Descent yet. Which I'm meaning to get around to. But yeah, that's pretty much my love for Alien. I don't know, you want to add anything about Alien? Because, you're born and prefer Predator.
I do like
Not to dig them.
I like the two first Aliens though. I like a lot of the characters, like Ripley, Newt, Hit.
I had to rewatch them all.
I like Bishop as well.
Bishop's cool.
Hated Ash.
Aliens is just cool. It's got some good stuff.
Who do you think's worse? Ash or what's the other guy in the second one?
What, Burke?
Burke, yeah. Who do you think?
Oh, Burke. Because at least Ash has got an excuse, he's a synthetic. He kind of got, he's programmed to do that sort of stuff. If you get too close. Because he was fine up until Ripley was snooping around. As soon as she started snooping, he was like, well, company orders to kill. And then, game over. Whereas Burke's just a piece of shit. As soon as you see him, you're like, well, that guy's a piece of crap. Don't like him already. And then when you find out what he does, and, yes, get him. We can get him. Rooting for the aliens. I mean, I'm rooting for the aliens anyway. Except when Ripley's on screen. I'm rooting for Ripley.
Yeah. For me, it just ends at 2. Like, Ripley, Hicks, Newt, Bishop.
That's the end of their story
They're
until you
all
move to
living happily
Prometheus.
ever after.
Prometheus and Covenant and all that have got their own story. That's
At
the
least
part.
for Ripley's storyline, it ends at the second one.
That's fair.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's going to be it, guys, for this one. You know, we've got a surprise for you next. Shall I tell them, or shall we keep it a bit secret? Because I
think
know
you should
some
give
of you
them a hint.
guys. Well, there's games version of the franchise we're going to be doing next. Is that a bit of a hint? Because that's kind of vague.
Yeah, because there's a lot of games.
This is a fighting game series, so that should narrow it down a fair bit. I can't think of any other game movies sort of things that deal with fighting. Oh no, there is a couple I can think of. I won't mention.
But you have to think about what kind of movies
Yep.
have
And we will be doing that next, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, obviously thank you all for being patient with us. Like I said, we were busy at college and we had things to do, and eventually got it set up and we're back to filming. I don't know when our next video will be out. When do you think it will be out? You guys will harass us anyway to let us know. You usually do. But you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Legends. And
we've got Discord just now.
yeah, we've got Discord. I will put that in the description box so you guys can all come hang with us. I know some of you will already be in there. Thomas.
Did you see he said I'm his favourite of the two of us?
Yeah, I seen that. I'm calling you out, Thomas. I read that. That's a pure biased outlook just because Iona prefers Predator.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good, and it's good to be back and talking about stuff, rambling for ages. That's where I excel.
Yeah, we're gonna try and be a lot more active on here.
Yeah, but yeah, that'll be all, guys. Catch y'all in the next one.